Hey YouTube, it's Katie from EO Fitness here, and in this video I'm going to take you through a dumbbell Cuban press. The Cuban press is going to be a fantastic accessory movement for the delt, the rotator cuff, and generally small shoulder stabilizers. With that being said, we are going to use very light weight for this exercise. We don't need much weight to fatigue these muscles. I'll show you some common mistakes and I'll give you some cues to fix them. Enjoy! To start the dumbbell Cuban press, we're going to pull the elbows high and apart, rotate, overhead press, and then just reverse this motion. So pull, rotate, press, and then do the same thing backwards. Looking at this from the front, you'll notice that the elbow is in line with the shoulder and the wrist is in line with the elbow. Again, we're pulling the elbows high, getting them in line with the shoulder, rotating that forearm, overhead pressing, and reversing it. We're going to look at this exercise from a couple of different angles because it can be a little bit confusing. From this side angle here, you can really see the elbow being pulled all the way up to line up with the shoulder. This is going to be important in a second. The first most common mistake I see is people not pulling their dumbbells apart in this first pull. Instead, they do what's really an upright row. Instead, I want you to think about pulling your pinkies apart as you go to do this first pull. So pull apart and high, rotate, overhead press, and reverse. This actually segues perfectly into common mistake number 2, which I'm going to show here in a second. Here we go. Common mistake number 2 is allowing the elbows to drop when we go into that rotation. Look, I know it's easier, but the right way is always harder, okay? Pull the elbows high. You do all that work to get them up there on that first pull. Keep them there when we go into that rotation. To go over our cues one more time, pull the pinkies apart, elbows high, rotate the forearm around, overhead press, and reverse. One last quick tip on this exercise. I don't want you to worry too much about that internal rotation at the bottom of the movement. I do not want you forcing it. As you can see, if we force it, we're just pulling the shoulder forward, pulling the scap forward, and putting far too much stress on that AC joint or anterior shoulder. Instead, just work with the range of motion that you have. And of course, if this was helpful, like and subscribe for more.